How to train a dog to love being left on his own. Leaving a new puppy in an exercise pen instead of a crate when you have to leave is a great idea, because the puppy will be able to make choices, play, and move around. This will lead to a smarter adult dog and reduce hyperactivity when you get home. This video is a real-time private lesson on how to begin the process of getting your puppy to love being left alone in his pen. The first step is getting the dog to like the environment. So just being in the environment with your dog, so it's not like he only goes in there and it's just somewhere he goes. That's kind of creepy. So showing him that it's a nice place to hang out. You know, maybe you could sit in here and read a book. And when he comes back in, I'm going to click him and give him a treat. Good boy. And maybe in his bed. You didn't see that. Right there. You didn't see it. So now I'm just going to click and feed him. He's not seeing me throw him in there. Click and feed him for staying in the pen while the door is open. And you can just be filming him. Oh, darn. Okay. These things roll. And he's not used to treat delivery, so he's kind of like, he has to have them pointed out to him. Now I'm going to close the door since he seems pretty comfortable. You're going to be too good and it's going to make it look too easy. So now just hanging out in the crate. I would throw them in his bed, but they're disappearing and you can't see them, so I'm just going to put them on the floor for now. Good boy. Now I'm going to click as I walk slightly away and feed him back away from the gate. I don't want him to be thinking that when I leave he has to stand right here. So food back in the area over there. So I'm clicking him for me going in and out, in and out. It's basically like if you had a dog that barks at the door, you just keep ringing the doorbell. That's the trigger that makes them worried. So the trigger that makes the puppy worried is when the person leaves. So clicking him for leaving, coming back. Soon he's like, gosh, that lady's boring. She keeps leaving, coming back. It's no longer interesting. And then you just go away for longer periods. The cool thing is that you can mark while you're gone and then reinforce the dog while you're here. Where if you were just to give them food, the only time they're getting reinforcement is when you're actually in the room with them. So then it makes it even worse, you know, if you go away. So I'm going to open the door just to show him that, you know, he could come out if he wanted. But the best place to be is in here. So hopefully he'll try coming out. But I think he's too smart. He's going to try coming out. But nothing happens. All the good things happen in there. So when he comes out, I'm not going to try and stare at him, but when he chooses to go back in there, he gets a click. And there was a piece of food in there that he found. Good boy. It's like jackpot party. Yay! And a lot of dogs get scared by the noise of metal. So you can feed them for all these noises, but he's pretty confident. Good boy. Yeah. So then I could go in there again and just hang out with him. Show him that it's not a very it's a really cool place to hang out, you know, maybe play with toys with him in here and get him interested in like all the things that you're going to leave him alone with, like his bully stick and his toys, so he knows that they're things that he can entertain himself with when you're gone. Also putting Kongs, like a nylabone in here would be great so that he has things to entertain himself with. A nice cushy bed, a toilet, some water, his food if he's a very young puppy, they might need a little bit of food to last them through the day. Yeah, this is the perfect setup. Okay, so now we're gonna leave the room. Is it awesome? Good boy. He's in the bed. It helps if you have a mirror. A shot of his butt. I'm not looking at him, I'm just throwing the food in and I'm being very nonchalant. When I come in this room, I don't even see the puppy. I'm going to practice walking in and out again. He's not seeing me throw it. Oh. So here I might just wait until he turns around and goes and looks at the thing. There is a possibility he could start whining, but at some point he's going to be like, oh, there are treats back there. I think I'll go check it out. Good boy. Hi. There you go. And it seems really repetitive. But you do this for 3 sessions, and then the dog's like, oh, I kind of like being here. Good boy. And you should deliver the treat pretty soon after you click, so you kind of have to hustle back over where the dog is. I'm actually going to stick some of the cheese inside of the little Kong thing so we can try and get it out. What's in there? Yeah, what's in there? What's in there? Good boy. Now he has a little puzzle to work on. It's fun. When he heard his click, he knows what that means, so he's coming to get his treat. And now, when he goes back to the Kong, I'm actually going to open the door, so he can come out if he wants to, but not while he's looking at the gate. So I'm just going to wait till he goes back over there. And I'm going to open the door. And then one thing you can do is, he thinks he wants to come out, but you go in just as you open the door, and that way they're not like, let me out, I want to see you. So then the door's open, and they're like, oh, I could go out, but it's way more fun in here. You can also condition the noise and the sight of you stepping out of the door to be a good thing. To do this, make the noise of opening or closing the door and feed a treat immediately afterwards. This makes the noise a predictor of something wonderful and will change your dog's emotional response to the noise. First practice in the room with your dog, and then stepping in and out of the door. That you condition the noise of the door with a delicious treat. Good boy. Good boy. And then opening and closing. It's like the hardest shot to get. Little dog. Now I'm going to go out. Open it. Where'd you go? Oh, he ran away.
Sitting right in front of me. He's like, I don't know what you're supposed to do with this.
It's basically just teaching him that this noise is just a noise that happens. It's nothing, no signifier that anything bad's going to happen. In fact, it's a thing that something good's going to happen. You know? There you go. All done. A big thank you to Remy, the 6-month-old rescue Chihuahua mix. Don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and comment to keep these videos coming.